Made it into Japan. It was mostly an okay flight. I don't really like spending time on planes, but this time was okay. I managed to find a few things to do. So I happened to have pulled up next to the Girls Cafe and Slot, Club Eagle, which looks like a very classy establishment. I was using the GPS in the car, and yeah, the English version of it is very Japanese. Slightly in the mountains now, and I had planned to camp tonight, and I got out of the car to just like scope out a spot in the dark, and like I could, it was just like little pig squeal sounds out there. But then I figured out this dinky little car, it's actually pretty awesome because the seats fold down pretty nicely, and I think I'm gonna be able to get pretty cozy in here. Morning of day 2, and first of all, I'm pretty stoked that it's just turned out to be like a van life situation. Bed in the car just worked out perfectly, which is awesome for such a tiny car. I'm fully into this. So outside, I've like parked up in the mountains somewhere next to a cell phone tower, probably getting fried. So this morning I've just driven about 20 minutes from the spot where I slept in the car last night, and I've arrived at Sandan Falls. So it's probably a week and maybe more since the peak of autumn passed, but still looking pretty nice. I'm just on this little bridge that's nearby to the falls, and I've noticed in the distance that there's a car parked up there under the trees, and I think that it might be someone sleeping in a car for the night. Brother from another mother? I don't know, and I'm not sure if I should wander over there and check it out. It might be a little bit too sneaky. But yeah, I think that's cool that people are all hanging out, camping in the woods here in Japan. Join the club. Yeah, so it was just a guy who's gone fishing. So I've arrived in Furano, which I had figured was going to be like the Aspen of Japan because it's a big skiing destination here in Hokkaido, but it turns out it's a little bit more industrious than that. I've found out that maybe about 30 minutes drive from here there's a hot spring which is free, you know, it's in the mountains somewhere. I'm going to head up there and should be nice. Looking forward to it. Just arrived at Fukiage Spa. I'm gonna jump out and take a look. Cold. About 2 minutes walk from the car park and I'm at the hot spring itself. Most people go nude, both men and women. I was surprised to discover. I love hot springs, especially out in like nature where you're just like surrounded by the forest and stuff. Super cool. Super cool, and especially when it's really cold outside. So good. Nothing better than a hot spring on a cold day. I think there comes a time eventually when you just have to get out. It's not easy, but once your hand is that wrinkly, it's time to make a move. It started raining as well. There's a fox just outside the car here. I was told that there might be foxes around, but I didn't necessarily expect to see one. That's pretty cool. I'm now on the lower slopes of Mount Tokochidake, really close to the hot spring actually, just around the corner from it. So I'm not going to hike up to the summit today for a couple of reasons. It's only a couple of hours until sunset, for one. It's also like a 1200 meter gain from where I am, so I think that's a little bit ambitious. So I've made it to Blue Pools, another epic spot just down the road from the last. I'm clearly getting old because I just drove about 3 kilometers with a mountain in the background, and I was thinking, hey, there's a mountain on that side as well, that's nice. And I kept going, and then I came to a building that looked familiar, and I was like, no. Yeah, so I've just gone in the wrong direction. So back I go. Rainy start to the day today. I'm not really sure what to do actually, because I wake up super early, like it's dark at like 5 p.m. I went to sleep last night at maybe 9:30 or something. So yeah, I must have woken up at 5. The onsen won't open for another 6 hours. No free ones today that I know about. and to go to a commercial one I'm gonna have to wait until 11:30 in the morning. So I still haven't actually moved from where I stayed last night. It's actually a pretty scenic little spot, and it is still raining, but I'm gonna go for a little bit of a walk around, take some pictures. I've just arrived in Park Up near Hagoromono Falls, and I'm glad I drove here because it was nice scenery to get here, but it looks like access to the falls themselves isn't going to happen today. So that's alright. I mean, there's some other cool little shots that I can get in the area. Definitely looks like it'd be a bloody good run on a pack raft. Freaking cold though. I'm near the base of the Asahi Dake ropeway at the moment, cooking up some noodles. Yeah, I've been getting a bit hungry because I haven't had anything to eat yet today. I found out the place I was just at, they actually have a hot spring there, a free hot spring. Down from Asahi Dake now, but there's these little roadside springs. Just arrived at, I think, what should be the library, and do I actually have to put on slippers to go inside? I think so. That's new.